Okay, so today I'm going to be unboxing the DJI Mini 4 Pro and just gonna keep it really light and casual and just talk about it as I get this thing unboxed and, you know, basically just blurt out whatever pops into my head. So hopefully that's gonna be fun. And yeah, let's get this thing unboxed. This is like the dullest unboxing knife ever. Looks really impressive, but I gotta get the blade sharpened. It's just terrible. Okay. Packing slip. Okay, there it is. Now I have a few other accessories here. Picked up the DJI ND filter set and the wide angle lens. This is actually a mount for the Osmo Action 4 handlebar mount. Okay, so last year I got the Mini 3 Pro and it came in two separate boxes. One box for the drone itself and then one box for the bag and all the accessories. This year I got the Fly More combo as well and everything is in one box. So yeah, kind of interesting. See what we're dealing with here. Okay, nice little pull tab. Whoop. That's fun. All right, so the bag itself seems pretty much identical to last year. And little fun fact, I actually gave away my Mini 3 Pro bag last year. I never use these bags. I have a really good camera backpack. That's what I use. And so I gave, yeah, 2 bags away last year. So I might give this one away. So stick around to the end, pay attention. Maybe you could win this bag. So there's the drone. I went with the RC2 controller, and of course here are the extra batteries. So pretty decent bag. I mean, they are very good quality bags. I do like them. I just kind of don't like the single purpose bags. I tend to pack more than just a drone around, so I need the extra space. So inside the pouch, we've got all the manuals and all that business, propellers. Okay, so I think that's pretty much it for the bag. So we'll put that aside. I don't think I need this anymore. Get rid of this dangerous weapon. And see what we got here. We got the usual charging cables, so USB-C to USB-C, USB-A to USB-C. We don't need that. Got all the manuals and stuff. I never look at this stuff. I know they have to include it probably for regulations. I never look at it. I always look at it online because they do update the manuals online and they do change. So that's where I go to get my information. So we'll put that aside. Lots of propellers, which is good. And I think I mentioned this last year too. Fun fact, I break more propellers shooting B-roll than, you know, in normal flight, that kind of stuff. So that's good, lots of propellers. Always like to have spares. And then, yeah, the terrible DJI screwdriver that everybody complains about. And another fun fact with that is, I made a propeller changing video last year for the Mini 3 Pro, and I've never had so many comments from people complaining about tight propellers, tight screws on the drone, and they just could not get it out with a screwdriver. Some people had to go to really kind of crazy methods to get it open, or get them off, I should say. I've never had trouble getting it off with a screwdriver. I've only had one propeller that gave me trouble, but it is a terrible screwdriver, and I do. In that video, I recommended a couple other ones. This is one from Klein Tools, which is really good. Probably the better of these two. It's about 30 bucks, I think. And this one, I think I got it for 10 bucks, but it does work as well if you need a little bit more grip and torque. So keep that in mind. Now I really wish they had have gone to a, what do you call it, quick release propeller for the Mini 4 Pro. I know it's a weight issue, but you know, they've done some really good engineering with this drone. So you think, you know, what would be the trouble just to shave off a few more grams to get some quick release props? But we can hope, maybe in subsequent years they'll figure it out. So there you go. Let's get some of this stuff out of the way. And there's the drone. I mean, isn't that a thing of beauty? Wow. Look at that. So I really like that they included the propeller holder on this one. All the other mini drones, well, is that true? They may have come with a propeller holder, at least one of them. No, they did. I think both of them came with a propeller holder. And then I didn't understand it when the Mini 3 Pro didn't come with one, because these things are they're just nasty to kind of get in your camera bag and stuff. So I'm really happy it came with this, that's good. And then of course, we all know the big kerfuffle with gimbal cover here. And I did a whole video on that. With the Mini 3 Pro, it was kind of miserable to get it on. And hopefully they've solved that problem with this guy. There was this piece of foam behind the gimbal that I threw away, and I ended up having to fashion a new one to stabilize the gimbal to make the cover easier to put on. This is more like, I think, sort of long-term packing. I don't think you should need it sort of day to day to get this gimbal on. But yeah, I don't know, maybe it will be helpful because the camera does like to move, right? So, see that? But I mean, that already is better. I don't think I could get that other one on. It took me a lot of practice. Yeah, it's still kind of finicky, I suppose. So maybe that is a good thing to keep for the future. If you're gonna do that, I don't know, it's a bit goofy. Maybe it's better. I'm gonna have to play with that for sure. So don't throw away that piece of black foam like I did last year with my Mini 3 Pro. Keep that, you may need that, but we'll figure that one out. So yeah, all these little sticky bits here. Not sure I even understand why they're on there, but oh, I guess maybe to secure the little lens hood. Now, one of the interesting things about the lens hood is it's not compatible with the older wide-angle lens and ND filters from DJI. So there must have been a small tweak with that. And yeah, so we're gonna have to investigate that one too. But anyhow, I'm glad that it unfolds the same way as the Mini 3 Pro, which changed from the Mini 2. The Mini 2 unfolded different backwards compared to the Mini 3 Pro. But Mini 3 and Mini 4 Pro unfold the same way, so that's good. Pop our little battery thing there. And yeah, that's basically the guy. Pretty much very similar design. Let's take a look at this guy. Pretty similar design, but just with obvious refinements. And of course, I mean, the big things you notice right away are, what would you call these, legs or feet? I like those. I didn't like how this guy was sort of nose heavy. And this, I like this better. This is what I'm used to with all the other mini drones, you know, a nice solid footing when it touches down, or you're placing it on the ground or whatever. So that, I like that a lot. And then of course, yeah, you can't miss these guys right here. That's awesome. Yeah, cool. Very good. And I do like that the propellers are compatible with Mini 3 Pro, so you can swap back and forth. That's really good. And like I said, I really hate the screw-on propellers. They're just miserable. And I did get a lot of complaints on my propeller change video about people having trouble getting the propellers off on the Mini 3 Pro. So I guess time will tell if we have the same problem with this guy. But hopefully sometime in the future, DJI can figure out a way to like get the weight down on quick release propellers and get them on this drone. I would just totally love that. So let's put this guy aside for a second. And so battery, definitely exactly what we're used to seeing. Now, the interesting thing about the batteries is that obviously this is a Mini 4 Pro battery. So the batteries do fit. They are compatible, like 100%, no problem. You know, they fit in all the accessories and stuff, but the original Mini 3 Pro batteries are just a touch heavier. So they will push this drone over 249 grams, 250 grams. So if you want to stay under 250 grams, you need to be using the specific Mini 4 Pro battery. So keep that in mind. And that's one of the primary reasons that I did get the Flymar combo, is I want to keep under 250 grams. Okay, that's really cool. So let's put him aside. You can park over here with the Mini 4 Pro. And we'll save the best part for last. Well, it's not really the best part, the second best part. So here's the battery. They call it the, what do they call it? I can't even think what they call it. Anyhow, that's, I mean, can that be any more similar? It's probably the exact same thing. Yeah, no difference. But I do like it. I mean, it is really bulky. That's the thing. I mean, these batteries got so much larger compared to the Mini 2. I mean, the whole drone did, actually. So I didn't really appreciate that, but I do keep my batteries in this container, so I do like having these guys. You can also use them as a power bank, which I think is really cool. But yeah, no earth-shattering changes here. Looks like it's the exact same thing. Okay, so this is Mini 3 Pro. I'll put that over here. Mini 4 Pro guy can go over there. So yeah, and the wingspan on this drone did get bigger. If you go look at the specs and stuff, it's actually a little bit longer and wider than the Mini 3 Pro. So it's pretty incredible actually that they added all this stuff. The drone's even bigger and they still kept it under 250 grams. Like, that's pretty awesome. Really awesome. Okay, so last piece of the puzzle here. I got the, that's pretty noisy. I got the RC2. Oh, feels heavier. I got the RC2, and why did I get the RC2? Well, you need that for OcuSync 4. And the original RC was a little bit problematic with transmission. They had some problems right out of the gate with connectivity issues and stuff, which they mostly got sorted out. But then I think folks still weren't too happy with its reliability and transmission distance. So obviously they changed the design and put those antennas back on the outside. And I believe they doubled the number of antennas too. So, I mean, it's very, very nice design. But you know, it's something you're gonna be immediately familiar with. Looks pretty much identical. Maybe a couple small tweaks, you know, change the button color or the wheel color. But generally, we're looking at the same thing here. Does feel a touch heavier, but I don't know. I made that mistake last year. I'm kind of weighing stuff in my hands and this is way heavier. No, this one, you know, and turns out they were exactly the same weight. I think it was the RCN1 and this guy. I thought this guy was way lighter than this guy. Turns out they're only a few grams difference, and I think it's just the way, kind of the size and the way it distributes weight. So it is a very nice unit, the RC. The design of it, I like actually how it feels in the hands. Once you get used to using this thing, I think it's kind of the only thing you want to use. The phone for me, I always hated it. It was like, it's just very cumbersome, plug your phone in, blah, blah, blah. I mean, there are some advantages, but I do like the integration of the screen. And, you know, with these tweaks to give it a bit more reliability on communication and transmission distance, I think they nailed it. So yeah, that's basically it. I guess that's all we have left to do is kind of fire this stuff up and get it out for a test flight. See how she does. And of course, last year when I did my unboxing, I totally forgot that the batteries come in a hibernation mode. And I don't know how many times I grumbled in that video that the batteries weren't charged. And yeah, I just completely forgot that. But that just shows you, I don't unbox many drones. I don't have very many, so I don't do that too often. But we'll get this stuff all charged up, and yeah, can't wait to get it out for a flight. So as always, guys, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.